Hey YouTube, Senpai Sales here, and today we're going to be doing budget decks of January 2016 post Bosh. Pretty much these decks I feel for anybody who does not want to play pendulums based decks. Well, I can't say that because there is a pendulum based deck in this budget deck, but it's very cheap. You guys do not need any Draco Slayers or anything in this, so yeah, these are very cheap budget decks that have been topping continuously this last format, and I feel going into this next format they'll be just as effective because a lot of these decks get the benefit off Solemn. Of course, every deck should be benefiting off of Solemn, but some of these decks also are benefiting off of just how good they can make plays to counter the meta, and they can also go into Infinity. So the deck to start it off that I feel may not be the strongest out of this format is Satellars. Satellars are still really good, except they can get really cloggy. They still have this beast of a card, Triver or Trivere, whatever you guys want to call him. He's still a great card, and he can just, if you guys are playing against a pendulum-based deck, you can play him. Pop the scale, set the anti-spell, and flip it over next turn, and pretty much it's GG from there. So, Satellars are a great force, and having 3 Solemn is huge. It's really beneficial, and it's just a great card to add to the anti-meta sit on back row deck that is known as Satellars. So, on to the next deck that I think is going to be really good next format, because it's already showing that it can top. But this probably, I would have to say, I'd switch them around. Satellars would probably go before or after this deck. I feel Satellars are still a better deck than Fluffles. Fluffles, they've been topping, and it's just because they have a really good matchup against some decks, like Cosmos, they have a really good matchup against. And yeah, they're just a really, they can get around plays, and they can pop the scales with Tiger. They're just a really good deck still, and it just hurts because I don't know if they're going to be able to go against Infinity and a Solemn back row if they don't go first turn. But this deck still can make a lot of plays and cute little itsy bitsy plays, so I do feel that they're going to be a contender next format. Now, the next deck, I do not have any of the main key cards for the deck, so I'm just going to pretend this white card is Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss has benefited a ton out of Bosh. Bosh, they got Twin Twister, or I think it's called Twin Twister still out of this, not Twin Whirlpool or whatever they were thinking they were going to call it. But they still have all 3 Dantes. And they got Rhino. Rhino is huge because that just makes up for the losses of the 1 Seer and 2 Graph, because pretty much that will get dumped and then you can special summon 1 anyway, or it's add to hand, I forget which one it is, but either they add it to the hand or special summon it from the deck, one or the other. But either way, that is still a really good effect. So yeah, Burning Abyss with the Twin Twisters, you can discard 1 card, so you can discard a Burning Abyss monster and then pop 2 back row, or you can pop the 2 scales. That is insane. And this deck also main decks anti-spell, Grand Horn, all these cards to go against the meta. Burning Abyss, guys, is going to be a top 3, maybe top 5 contender in the meta. So if you guys do not want to play any pendulum deck, I strongly recommend Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss is probably, I feel, is going to be one of those decks that not a lot of people still are taking it like seriously, but this next format, people are going to start picking it up again. And of course, before I get on to the number 1 pick for budget deck, I'm just going to throw in my favorite. I would not consider this number 2. I again am repeating, I do not consider this the second best budget deck, but this is just my personal pick. Obviously, you guys should already know by me saying that, is Madolches. Madolche still can contend. They have so many good outs, except the only thing that struggles with Madolches is they brick. And if you do not draw the cards from Madolche, they will brick hard, and they will make you lose, pretty much, auto-lose. But they can main deck really good hand traps like Ghost Ogre, Max C, Effect Veiler, and also you can side deck Magical Spring. I've seen some people even main deck it. You can make Nat Beast. Queen Tiramisu is still just one of the most powerful XCs ever in the game. Dolces are a great pick for you guys. That's what I play personally. And 3 Solemn helps it so much. It's unbelievable how Solemn can help it. And I've been testing a few decks out with it. Different variants of it, like the artifacts. I've just been trying to play Madolche with heavy trap base. Like, the only 3 spells I've been running is Ticket into 2 Chateau. Maybe 1 double summon, but then have just 3 anti-spell, try to play an anti-meta, and it's been okay. So, honestly, guys, Madolche is still a really top contender, and they topped 8 twice in the past 2 months, so keep that in mind. Now, for the number 1 budget deck, I think it has to be Deskbots. Deskbots are absolutely insane. The support they're going to be getting, guys, from probably here on for the future is still going to be great. They're getting practically their own towers, but better. Deskbots are a really OTK spammy deck, and they can stop you from getting OTK'd. And they can also play cards like Wavering Eyes and things that practically can, you can benefit off of, just like with other Pendulum decks. So Deskbots going against other Pendulum decks, it works. It really does, and it's been topping. So if you guys don't know, Deskbots are massively, pretty much they all have this 500 attack, and they get boost up to massive amount of attacks with more of them on the field. So that's how the deck works, and some of the little 500 monsters can get up to like 45, even more than that, like 4,500 attack and up. It's ridiculous, and if you do not have the protection, you will die in like 1 turn by Deskbots if they have the right hand. And sometimes that's the thing with Deskbots. They are kind of inconsistent, I feel like sometimes, but Machine Duplication just makes the deck go off, and it's crazy. It really is. And the best thing about this deck, you do not need no Draco Slayer, no Igniter, nothing. It's just spam the board with Deskbots and attack for game. So, if you guys like boards like that and do like the Pendulum mechanic and just can't afford, $35 on super rares and then $90 right now on magicians or sorcerers. So this is a really good pick for you guys if you guys want to start getting into the Pendulum mechanic. Other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys feel I missed out of these budget decks that you think are good. I will test them out. And also, I'm going to be doing a new deck profile, hopefully soon, on Deskbots and a Satellar deck, and an updated on Madolche. So, if you guys are looking forward to that, also subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.